With over 50 billion views, 37 million subscribers, and his own toy line, Ryan's World is undoubtedly one of the most successful channels on YouTube.
YouTube production, we mainly handle it, and we produce over probably 20 videos each week.
However, behind the facade of fame, money, and smiles lies a much darker reality. A reality that the young star's parents will go to great lengths to keep hidden from the internet.
This better be awful. Like, they better be like awful parents. They like keep him in a cage and they treat him like garbage and they yell at him and they, this better be dark. Like, and I'm starting to get the sneaky suspicion it's just going to be a lot of speculation. A lot of not so dark stuff, but let's go ahead. It feels like this guy's gonna be reaching hard. Let's see.
But as the years have gone on, the exploitation of Ryan has only become more
exploitation
more apparent, attracting comments stating, imagine having to
Comments, folks. People are commenting things.
Sit there and nod your head while watching your parents talk at your own interview. I wonder if when he gets older, he'll become a lot more unfiltered about how he feels. As well as, I can't wait for the real Ryan interview in 10 years, and not just his parents being interviewed with him present. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be looking into the concerning career of Ryan's World, a maturing creator confined to a
Turn your love of matcha muffins into money.
Childlike persona, and how his parents used him as an asset to create a $100 million business.
Alrighty, first of all, any kid in the limelight, this is not mutually exclusive to Ryan. And this whole aging out of, child content, adults make child, you see adults on child TV shows all the time. Like superhero movies are almost all adults. Are they aged out of, childlike content? I'm feeling like a lot of these videos of like life ruined and epic takedown is usually I chose this one because I'm like, God, this better be awful.
The Ryan's World channel, initially known as Ryan's Toys Reviews, was created on the 17th of March 2015 and received its first upload on the same day.
What you want today? What toy you want today? What is your pick of the week?
A Lego choo-choo train.
A Lego choo-choo train?
Uh-huh.
The first couple of uploads on the channel followed the basic formula of Ryan's mother taking him to the store to pick out a toy and then filming his energetic reactions. From the outside looking in, Ryan was living every child's dream, and his mother seemed to enjoy the quality time they shared together, a wholesome interaction that any child or parent could enjoy watching. However, after 4 months of uploading once or twice a week, that dynamic would be shaken up, with the family being put on a journey that they could have never imagined. By the 1st of July 2015, Ryan and his family received their first taste of online virality, with a video titled, Giant Lightning McQueen Egg Surprise 100 Plus Disney Cars Toys. The upload gained several million views during the first month, and is currently at over 1 billion views.
Sinister stuff, folks. Oh my God, he got a Giant Lightning McQueen car bed. This is riveting.
The implications of this were clear. There was a massive untapped audience that enjoyed watching Ryan play with toys. In an effort to recreate that success, Ryan's mother uploaded another 27 videos in July and even began participating in the videos herself.
I'm gonna get you!
Even though the frequency of uploads had increased, they were much shorter, which meant long filming sessions wouldn't stress the 3-year-old Ryan. However, this indicated a shift in his parents'
studios for movies fucking use kids as props for hours on end. My guy, this is a family. If they're already hanging out, if the kid's at home and they're not doing anything and he's gonna be playing with his toys anyways, what's the harm here? It's like, this is a dastardly family plotting to like, what's the plot here?
priorities, from making sure Ryan enjoyed himself to getting as many videos out as quickly as possible. By the start of 2016, the family's frequent uploads
they're like 5 minutes long. They're like under 10-minute long videos.
Were massively rewarded, as Ryan's World surpassed 5 million subscribers and became one of the most viewed channels on YouTube with over 6 billion views. In an interview with TubeFilter, Ryan's mother revealed some details about what inspired them to create the channel. Reading, "One day he asked me, how come I'm not on YouTube when all the other kids are? So we just decided, we can do that. Then we took him to the store to get his very first toy. I think it was a Lego train set, and it all started from there. When questioned on how filming videos would affect Ryan and how he felt about YouTube, Ryan's mother had this to say. Right now, he loves making videos. Every time I tell him we're going to film, he gets so excited. As long as he's loving it and it doesn't disrupt his daily routine, we plan on continuing. But the moment he's not having fun anymore, that's when it will be time to stop. At the time, no one doubted the parents' claims of putting Ryan's needs before creating content. However, as the time passed and the business grew, these claims would become harder and harder to take seriously. By the start of 2019, the Ryan's World brand had grown to unimaginable heights, spawning mainstream children's series, toy lines, and an entire media company dedicated to video production. However, as the Kaji family's popularity grew, so did the inquisition from fans about who they were behind the scenes. A good example of this was an article from the Daily Mail, published in September 2019. The article uncovered some concerning details about Ryan's mother's past and revealed the parents' true identities. Reading, on May 4th, 2003, Lone, then known as Kyolone Thi Nguyen, was arrested for breaching a probation order which had been imposed in 2002 when she had been caught stealing clothing at JCPenney department store in Alameda Mall, Houston. Even though her initial offense only resulted in 40 hours of community service, a $150 fine, and a mandatory attendance in an anti-shoplifting class, Ryan's mother outright ignored these penalties. As a result, she would later be sentenced to 2 months in Houston County Prison, but only served half her sentence. While you could make the argument that this happened a long time ago and had no bearing on who she is now, this information naturally brought up concerns about her character, especially now that she
create attention-grabbing videos with millions of creative assets on Motion Array. Join the big...
She was using her 8-year-old son as the face of a channel that brought in millions of dollars per month.
I know motherfuckers that spent 15 years in prison and they still think that they're good fucking parents. Like, you can't be like, oh, she did a month in jail for shoplifting 10 years before she fucking got any, like, so if he was 3 years old, right, when the first video came out in 2015, it was 10 years before she even had a kid. Like, we don't even know if they were married when that happened. Like, you can't be like, oh, let's dip into someone's past and, you know, suggest that this makes them a bad fucking parent 10 years later. God damn, this is a reach. Holy shit, bro. Like, there is people that I know that were terrible 20-year-olds, terrible early people in their early 30s, and then their life changed around after they had a kid. You can't just be like, oh, you were in prison for a fucking month, now you are exploiting your child? What the fuck are you talking about?
A few days after the article was published, Ryan's parents would take an interview with CBS to quell suspicions from fans and show how much of a happy family they really were.
We try not to capture any moment that Ryan's in distress, any moment that we feel like he will not be proud of when he grows up. He's still a kid, so there's some point that we have, you know, we lecture him for certain things. We don't want to showcase that. We always trying to figure out what we did right.
Unfortunately, the sentiment of, quote, putting the kids first would only become more difficult to believe, as the Ryan's World brand was hit with complaints of exploiting their child audience for profit. According to the Federal Trade Commission, the Truth in Advertising nonprofit claimed the Ryan's World channel was not properly disclosing the inclusion of sponsored products in their videos, and subliminally marketing to kids.
That has nothing to do with the kid. That subliminally marketing to other children has no bearing. This is this does not represent that these parents are fucking bad parents or exploiting their fucking child. This is proof that they didn't know how to properly market, and obviously if they're young people and they've never probably dealt with the FTC or any of this stuff, they don't know what the fucking rules are to, like, how you should market to children and brand stuff and products and subliminally market. It sounds like some fucking haters.
Reading, when a YouTube video directed to children under the age of 5 mixes advertising with program content, as Ryan's Toys Reviews videos frequently do, the preschool audience is unable to understand or even identify the difference between marketing material and organic content, even when there is a verbal indicator that attempts to identify marketing content.
And where are the kids that are watching his videos, right, on YouTube? If they're preschoolers, who's giving them the video? Like I don't think these kids are booting up a fucking laptop or a computer or a tablet or a phone on their own and putting on Ryan's World or Ryan's toy review. I'm pretty sure parents are sticking the kid in front of the tablet and being like, watch this kid unbox, toys. That's the earnest is on the fucking parents of those kids to watch over them and know that they're being exploited. What the
to make
you can't blame this kid's parents on that.
Matters worse, this complaint came around the same time YouTube and Google were settling a $170 million fine for
this has nothing to do with the family and how bad or how terrible they treated their kid. Whatever's going on with Google and YouTube is no relevancy to the situation. This is just like, hey, on top of that, Google is fucking, also dealing with issues. Is like, and it's relevant to this video. How?
Child privacy laws.
This has to be for children. Only a child would watch this and be like, oh my God, simultaneously to Ryan's toy review, Google is getting hit with violations.
This prompted some heavy-handed changes to how creators advertise to children and forced the Kaji family to change the name of the channel from Ryan's Toys Reviews to Ryan's World. The fact that Ryan's parents were willing to psychologically manipulate other children with undisclosed advertising only made fans more concerned about what they could make Ryan do for the sake of revenue.
The fact that the parents of the kids that are being manipulated are allowing it to happen is much more shocking to me than a family putting YouTube videos on. At what point do people that sit their kids in front of tablets, at what point do they have a responsibility to not have them just, absorbing this brain rot of like a kid reacting to toys?
Sadly, these worries became impossible to ignore as Ryan drew closer to his teenage years. From 2020 to 2023, fans of the Ryan's World brand would increasingly bring up ethical concerns around Ryan's continued involvement in kids' content and criticize a general decline of the channel's quality. As
there is so many TV shows from when I was growing up in the 90s where it was an adult and it was like a grown adult or a family, and there's kids of all ages. What the hell are you talking about? Like, concern from people on Reddit and comments on YouTube videos isn't evidence that he's being abused or taken advantage of.
As well as the fact
this is a wild stretch. This video, it's only 7 minutes in, and there is yet to be. He's pulling up fucking Reddit posts as evidence that this kid's being abused.
The channel's overall objective had become pushing their cheap toys and children's products. With a Reddit post reading, their earliest videos.
And I'm gonna be honest, people feel some type of way like YouTube and internet content is different from TV, but all cartoons created from the early from the 70s, 80s, 90s, the only reason they created the cartoons was to sell toys to children. It was product placement. People watched the Thundercats, you bought the Thundercats toys. You watched Power Rangers, you bought the Power Ranger toys, and so on and so forth. This was all marketing to sell material goods to young kids. This is not an exclusive problem to Ryan's World. This is marketing. This is how it's done. God.
Were cool, where they focused on giving their sons some great imaginary play opportunities. But now they're just shills for their own crappy toys. My kids don't know the difference, but I do, and I despise it. Fans would
don't have your kid watch the show then, my guy. Like, what the hell are you talking? My kid doesn't know the difference. Yeah, because he's a child. You know the difference. Be the responsible adult and not just sit him in front of a tablet, or get your kid toys and don't have them watch YouTube videos of a kid playing with toys.
Also point out how uncomfortable Ryan seemed in recent uploads, with comments reading, "It's not Ryan, it's his parents. I saw a video or two of his and he seems miserable doing it. No excitement."
This is speculation. This is not evidence.
In his voice,
this is a person giving their opinion on what they're seeing. They might be, jealous. They might be looking into things too much. Oh, he twitched his face a certain way, and I can tell with my degree in physical, what's that thing called where the psychiatrists can see if you move your eyebrows a certain way or you're expressing feeling. I forget what the job's called, but there's a profession where people can read your face and know what you're thinking or doing. It's like, bro, come on.
At all, his wows were like a wow a person gives to a child, even though it's not cool. He only wants the toys and to play with it by himself, without an effing camera shoved in his face. I feel sorry for the
How do you know, bro? What is the evidence for this?
kid, as well as they blatantly wanted to be famous and are exploiting their kids. They have a Ryan game too.
Welcome to every fucking celebrity that's ever had kids. Welcome to any person that puts their child into child acting. This is not new. This is not exclusive. This isn't proof of them overworking their child,
which is impossible without spending money on it. Ryan will be like Macaulay Culkin when he gets older. As Ryan
what's wrong? Macaulay Culkin seems like an alright guy.
Approached his 13th birthday, discord around his reluctance to film kids content and the need for him to retire would spread beyond his core fan base and go mainstream, with several hundred videos on platforms like TikTok.
199,998. 999,999.
The dark
1 million.
The dark side of Ryan's world. I have yet to see anything dark. Like, where is this coming from? And I get it. Like, we're in a slow news cycle. Like, people aren't, you know, doing terrible things. I get the, like, reason. It's like, man, we need to drop a video once a week. What do we talk about? Fuck it, do a video about Ryan's world and say that he's got a terrible life. It's like, my guy's worth millions of dollars and he's like a teenager. I don't think, you know, this sacrifice now is worth the millions of dollars he's going to be worth in his adult life. Don't feel bad for this kid. This kid is going to be chill the rest of the way. He's going to be okay. You don't need to have sympathy for this guy. And yet to see any evidence rather than more than speculation and tweets and Reddit posts and comments, it just be like, he's having a terrible life. Oh, and his mom was shoplifting before she even birthed this guy. What the fuck?
I'm ready for superhero school.
This is fucking wild. This is a reach.
Check out this clip.
This is a reach, my guy.
The movie Titan Universe Adventure.
That's why I stopped watching these like Internet Anarchist or the Downfall, the Epic Downfall. Some of these videos, they've made like 13 downfalls videos of Jack Doherty, and my guy still seems like he's up. Like, I know he crashed his McLaren or whatever, but I think he's still rich. Like, he might not have a fan base anymore. He might lose his fan base, but I don't think all his money, like, the downfall is not coming. It feels like there's very few of the people, if you really look into it, have an actual downfall. Like, look at, you know, Dr. Disrespect. He's still producing relatively the same numbers he was doing before. You know, he might not be monetized now, but he has such a fan base that he can just sell fucking Dr. Disrespect fucking bracelets or hats or whatever and make a killing.
999,998. 999,999. 1 million. Excellent. All right. Training done. Time to go to superhero school.
That was 30 seconds. Does my guy have... I know kids that are playing in the fucking dirt, you know, having a great time. This guy makes a 2-minute long TikTok video and he's what? His life is in shambles? What the fuck?
All right, guys. Before we go to superhero school, let me show you a sneak peek from my new movie, Ryan's World.
TikTok wasn't the only place fans showcased their distaste for what the Ryan's World brand had become, as they heavily disliked all of their recent videos. Some fans of Ryan's World would even go as far as signing petitions for his retirement, reading, "Ryan's adolescence is being governed by the corporate greed of his parents, who insist on preserving the current format of a channel that was more suitable for a younger child."
These fucking losers are so fucking bored with their life that they are signing petitions because a kid is 13 years old making fucking YouTube videos. Like, how down bad do you have to be like, we need to put an end to these 5-minute clips?
Their interest lies not in Ryan's personal growth, but in continued financial gain that his juvenile content provides. It wasn't too long ago when Ryan's mother stated they would cease production if he wasn't comfortable with filming, but now that claim is hollow as they continue to profit off his brand despite his age.
Has he, you know, indicated to anybody that he's not into it anymore? Has he blatantly said, hey, I'm not doing this? He must also think like, oh man, because of my videos, you know, I heavily support my family, or our lives change financially because of these videos. To think that the mom was shoplifting from, I'm not sure what, but she was shoplifting to now being possibly worth millions.
There it is, guys. The Ryan's World, the movie Titan Universe Adventure Mystery Eggs. Whoa! They look so cool. Each egg has a surprise inside, and you'll never know what you'll get. There's exclusive movie figures, awesome gears, and more. I'm gonna grab a few of these to open at home.
Us too!
Even her initial claims that Ryan was the one who came up with the channel now seems like an embellishment at best and outright misrepresentation at worst. An aspect of Ryan's situation that's often overlooked is how these videos could affect his personal life. Considering how unusual his situation is, it's possible Ryan would face significant bullying from his peers. And
motherfucker's rich. What does he care?
might not even be able to.
Hey, bro, you're on YouTube. So cringe. It's like, my guy, I'm a millionaire. He probably doesn't even go to school. He probably fucking is homeschooled.
To make real friends. Not to mention the fact that Ryan had spent the majority of his formative years with a camera in his face and been forced to act in a manner.
That's everybody now. Everybody has a fucking camera in their face. We record ourselves all day long, all of us.
That he might not have been comfortable with. Left unchecked, such developmental issues would inevitably cascade into teenage and adult.
What the fuck, dude? Mike, why aren't you making videos of the, like, all the kids that have been in movies, TV shows? Why are you sick? I get it. It must be a slow, like, there must be not an epic takedown of, like, some content creator hasn't done something stupid, like said the N-word or done something wild, you know? So it's like, hey, let's just shit on this kid and his family with wild speculation.
Years, causing a host of other problems. Unfortunately, it seems his parents aren't all too concerned about that, as seen in their latest interview with John Yushai, which focused primarily on the production side of things.
I mean, those numbers are crazy. You guys have over 10 different YouTube channels, over 80 billion views across them. How big is the team that runs this? And take me through like how you're able to maintain this. Then we'll rewind back to talk about how this all happened.
Yeah, for the production side, we own the studio in Houston. It's called Sunlight Entertainment, and we have full-time employee, about 30 to 40 employees. But yeah, our company is mainly working on the production side of the content.
While the interview did give some insight into how Ryan's role in production was less involved than before, it was apparent that they still wanted him to participate in videos for the foreseeable future.
Is there a day where the YouTube channels will be fully animation? Like, Ryan, are you going to keep making YouTube videos, given your interest to be an animator and maybe go behind the camera, like as you get older?
I think I will keep going for a while, yeah.
How do you guys think about the future of the channel and how much of that relies on having a human component as your kids get older?
You know, one thing we're thinking about is we want to make sure we cater toward the existing fan. 5 to 8 years old are our core demographic. But at the same time, Ryan's growing up and then he has new interests. We want to cater toward his new interests as well, new field. So maybe we'll start a new one, and then this Ryan's World channel, the existing one, maybe, yeah, like you said, animated character could take over a little bit.
Something worth noting is how this interview and previous ones barely allowed Ryan to speak or voice his opinion when he's with his parents. While you could chalk it up to him not being involved in the production side of the business, it's strange that the actual star of the show is given so few lines during his own interviews.
Why would they give him lines? He's just a kid playing. It's like, hey, so how did you feel about throwing that ball around and opening up those boxes? It's like, of toys. It's like, yeah, it felt good, I guess. Like, what kind of questions would you ask a child? And I think he's a teenager now, but like, the real thing here is the parents made the videos. I doubt that Ryan was 3 years old, cutting, editing, doing all this stuff. I mean, maybe now as an older teen, he is more involved, but it's like, if you're trying to find out how this got started and it didn't get started by Ryan. He could have wanted to do these videos, but his parents just said no. If they just had said no, we're not doing it, it ends. So it was up to the parents to create the content. So what kind of questions would you ask a child to be like, so hey, you unboxed that sick toy the other day. What was that like? It's like, that's not what the interviews are about. They're more about, I highly doubt that the interviews are about like the actual process of like, and what did you feel when you opened up this awesome Frisbee or this ball or this toy car? It's like, why would someone tune into an interview usually if you're hearing an interview, it's not children listening to interviews, it's more adult-like figures. So they're maybe, giving it's probably adults watching these interviews and being like, oh, wow, so that's how they did it. Oh, that was the production side. Oh, this is the team behind it. What kind of information would Ryan divulge and be like, oh, yeah, I was really happy that day? It's like, what the fuck, bro? Bro, this is a stretch.
Family channels have always had a controversial reputation on YouTube, and for good reason. More often than not, the relationship between a parent and a child is tainted by the premise of financial gain when making family content. It's also not uncommon to see family channels force their children to keep making content beyond their younger years, or plan out their entire lives for them. While there's no
most parents plan out your life. When you're a child, you're not planning out your own life. If there's very few, a lot of times when kids become child stars or child actors or singers or whatever, the parent pushed them into that or had them do it. I'm sure the kid liked it, but a 4-year-old that's like playing violin isn't being like, oh, I want to play violin right now. Like when I played sports as a kid, my parents were like, hey, let's put him in sports. I was just like, I guess I'm in sports. I'm not like giving too much thought to say. It's like to remove agency from parents and be like, you can't tell your kids what to do. Yeah, you fucking can, bro.
Concrete evidence that this is the case with Ryan and his parents, one cannot overlook the power dynamic present. And
power dynamic. Oh my, these fucking losers, bro. These guarantee this guy fucking gets pegged. Oh my God, bro. I hate this power dynamic shit. God damn. Obviously, there's a power dynamic. This is a child and their parents. Are parents not supposed to have power over their children? This video was complete fucking ass.
Their focus on monetizing
and a reach. Like, this is fucking down bad.
Its brand as much as possible, not to mention the fact that they haven't shown any signs of allowing Ryan to move on to a more mature style of content that fits his age. Even though it was Ryan's face and personality that fueled the business, his parents are the ones who own and control the brand, which means we can only hope that Ryan isn't being held hostage by the success he helped create. If you thought this was bad,
no, this wasn't bad. This is a fucking speculation fest, and all the evidence were fucking tweets, comments, Reddit posts of random fucking haters. That was a nothing burger. That was absolute fucking trash, my guy. Like, these videos are absolutely getting crazy sideways. Where I watch some of these now, and I'm just like, God, life ruined. Like, is this serious? Like. And then the fucking complete idiots on the comment section, I literally comment, my guy, this is a reach. Like, look at this. Calling it now the day Ryan tries to finally leave his parents is the day his parents suddenly start claiming Ryan isn't well and needs a conservatorship. Like, dude, like, god damn. Going from shoplifting to exploiting your child is very bizarre. Bro, what the fuck are you talking? These people are fucking sick. This comment section is demented. These people are fucking twisted in the fucking head. Like, I have no clue. It's like he gets to play with toys and fuck around on fucking YouTube. Like, when I was a kid, my dad would be like, hey, go outside and wash all the cars. And I was like, okay, I guess this is what I have to do. Not like, here's a toy every week and get rich and famous on the internet. God, these people are fucking crazy. But that's all the time we have. That was my reaction to this video. Hopefully you stayed to the end. If you did, like, subscribe, comment down below, hit that notification bell so you never miss a clip. Let me know in the comments, am I absolutely wrong? Is this riveting stuff? Is this really pushing the boundaries of, like, documentary style videos? Or are we just like fucking down bad to where we're just like making absolute, let's see, fucking 360 views in 2 days over absolute fucking nothing. Like, come on, man. But comment down below, let me know. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't care. Fuck it. Let me know down in the comments. And until next time, later. Bye.